GPT-5 just dropped a few weeks ago, and the reactions are
Bruh.
lackluster. People are calling it overhyped, and rightfully so. There was a lot of hype going into the model drop, and that just made it impossible for it to live up to its expectations. I've been using GPT-5 in ChatGPT itself, and also through the API in a coding tool that I'm building. Follow me if you're interested to learn about that. And I find that the coding performance of the model is way better than how it performs as a chatbot or an assistant. Let's first talk about ChatGPT, the app itself. If GPT 4.0 was sycophantic and too agreeable, GPT 5 is the complete opposite. GPT 5 summarizes its responses a lot, almost so much so that they're not helpful. And I have found that the voice mode for GPT-5 is even worse. If you want to dive deep into anything, it just keeps summarizing things and is not quite helpful, even as much as 4.0 was. And as a side note, I found that the Claude voice mode is way better than the ChatGPT voice mode nowadays. Even the interface itself is much better on the Claude mobile app versus ChatGPT now. Now let's talk about coding. GPT-5 is definitely not the best model in terms of coding. I still find Claude Opus 4.1 to be way better than GPT-5. But Opus 4.1 has ridiculous costs on the API itself, and the context window is still only 200K. API costs on Opus 4.1 almost make it impossible to use on anything outside of Claude Code if you have the topmost plans. GPT-5, on the other hand, has very competitive pricing, almost to such a degree that it beats even Gemini 2.5 series out of the window, and has a really good context window of 400K tokens. GPT-5 is also very comparable to Sonnet 4 in coding itself, and it performs really well with agentic tool calling, which I've been using it for. And when you look at the benchmarks, it's somewhat in the middle of all the top models, but the benchmarks have become so confusing now that I don't even trust them anymore. This is why I'm building my own benchmark system in the AI coding tool I'm building, and I think that will simplify things a lot in terms of all these confusing benchmarks out there. So overall, I would give GPT-5 a solid 6.5 out of 10 for its coding performance and costs. It lags in terms of its assistant responses and how verbose it is. I think OpenAI took it a little too far from GPT-4.0's feedback to GPT-5, but I hope they can improve, and maybe we'll do another review when they update it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you tomorrow.